How's it going? We'll be starting in a few moments. Yes, we will, man. Thank you for letting them know. Very good. The game was rigged from the start, everyone. You heard it. Zemo jump scare, lol. Yeah, I wasn't there for a second. That was very, very spooky.
I'm here too.
Yeah, you certainly are, Bandit. Certainly are. You, Zemo, already start with the insults I see around time. Very nice of you.
Anyway, how is everyone doing today? I see we are playing New Vegas again.
Yes, we are! One of Bandit's favorite games. The one he ate and said, oh, you know, that's not so bad. It's pretty tasty. That doesn't happen often, everyone, so it must be good.
Well then, let's just jump right in.
As we have more moments where a lottery winner gets eaten by scorpions, I think I'll be good. That was hysterical. It kept getting chased around in circles. It was so funny.
Well, I'm not sure this stream will be for you, Zebo. This one is more intellectual.
Intellectual? What does that mean? Are there going to be words and dialogue and moral dilemmas and decisions?
Well, we are playing the Old World Blues DLC, and right now we need to find clues as to how we got here and what's going on, so that's why the stream is called Blues Clues.
I can't seem to recall anything like that.
Zebo, we were left in some sort of facility after being kidnapped by a satellite or something. It was very strange. We got, like, teleported.
And now we're here. Nova Queen says, hi, Baned. MK Ram, hey, Baned, how's it going? Ramen Time, is that the Giga Lizard? At least call me Giga Lizard, like a large is what that means. Ugh,
yeah, last time I checked, it's not Gigo Chad, it's Giga Chad.
A strange feeling of pacifism comes over you, and you find you cannot draw your weapon for some reason.
Is that how pacifists feel?
No, pacifism is usually a choice, but in this case it's not.
Oh, how cruel! Being forced against my will not to take out my guns, that's horrible.
I thought I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, shh, nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder! You are in the presence of a mighty think tank of Big Mountain! The collective geniuses of... We... By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob?
Lizard that says save 15% more on car insurance.
Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. Oh, couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. A to sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Ramen Time says, is that the insurance lizard that says save 15% or more on car insurance? No, I hate insurance.
Pretty funny joke there, Ramen Time.
How are you all speaking through that one voice box?
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite! Here, in the dome! Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites! Dala, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
I wake up here, all cut apart, and I want some answers.
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to. The skinvelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here. With its its limbs all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall the human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses? By the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
Alright, so I have some options here. I can do speech 55, wave hands and nod to communicate that, hello, I understand, you know, I'm a human, I can communicate. Or I can say, you know, a lot of stuff down here, but let's just go with science. Hold up 1 finger, point itself, point at them, hold up 5 fingers to communicate that I am intelligent.
Now it's holding up an array of fully erect hand penises. If it tries to insert them, activate vivisectors.
Dr. Klein, wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I agree with Boros's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Nonsense! Lobotomites can't comprehend us!
8, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oral processoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
Not to cut your speech off, is there something coming in on the big monitor?
Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us.
It can only be.
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone, a zone that is, yes, forbidden to you! Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine! Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
What are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius, and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? 8, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us.
We're right here. It knows we're following the conversation. Yeah, it's still.
This is what happens when you're so smart that you actually lose self-awareness and awareness of your surroundings. You just become so caught up in your own thoughts that you just speak without thinking.
That's good. And that's why I don't want to get smart, Bandit. I don't want to become like these people. They're crazy. Also, Dr. Morbius? I remember him becoming a vampire, but I suppose he became a robot here. I don't think anyone watched that movie, so honestly, this could have happened and we just would have never known.
It's actually Dr. Mobius.
Oh, so he's not gonna, it's not Morbin time, it's Mobin time.
Sure. Anyway, you removed my brain?
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
We got the brainless perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technologies. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction, plus 25% resistance, and shock from bodily damage, plus 5% damage threshold minimum, plus 1%.
So
Yay, no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field.
This is a no-no.
We have never been in a fight. We do not want that.
Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
What were you saying, Zero?
Oh, yes. Basically, what I was saying is, so basically, Bandit, we only got benefits from losing our brain with none of the drawbacks. That's just how that works. See, using your brain is overrated, Bandit.
And I'm glad that you got cut off by that conversation. It was a shame that you didn't listen to it. What they were saying is, because I don't have my brain, I can't attack them.
Oh!
You see, if I had my brain, then the pacification field wouldn't work, because these guys are preventing lobotomites from attacking them because we don't have our brains. But if we had our brains and we could think for ourselves, then we could attack them.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So we're saying without brain, you can't attack things.
Maybe you should just be Sen. Medicine 55, that doesn't explain the laser sutures on my chest and on my spine.
Darla, was it necessary this time?
I assume full responsibility. I take my duties in the prodding and excision of living, breathing tissue quite seriously. Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
The Heartless perk. The scars on your chest seem to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned, and filters in your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items, chems, to function at a higher level, plus 25%. Robots are now confused by you and 50% less likely to score a critical hit.
That is quite disturbing. Why is Dala talking to our organs as if they were living beings?
I think if you pay attention, Sen, you'll find that all of these scientists have their own quirks. Dala is in charge of biology.
Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
What were you saying, Sen?
Maybe they shouldn't be in charge of anything. It's a good thing that they seem to be cut off from the rest of the world in general, because I don't think they're doing anything good here.
Well, we'll learn more about them as time goes on. The spineless perk. Due to complications with the procedure, your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold have been increased by 1.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart, and spine?
That Autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing.
By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
MKRam_VA says, Zigga design, you lost your spine.
Yes, MK Ramp, that seems to be the case. They took all of our organs, they insult us, and then they ask us for help.
That's actually an option here. First you swoop out my brain, now you want me to save you?
That is correct, yes. I hope you're not demonstrating resentment now. If you are, well, we can't have that.
What are you gonna do about it?
How am I even talking to you right now?
We have no idea. This line of questioning isn't important to us right now. Why are you asking these tangential questions? Stop it! We need these technologies. You need to get them. You must get them.
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We are not.
It's kind of embarrassing. You have hands, and a heartbeat, sort of, and eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us?
Wait, they have this facility which is equipped with door handles, a ton of different things that require the use of hands. And when they developed these robots to put their brains in it, they didn't think, oh, maybe we need to attach limbs and arms to these devices.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh.
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes. Or get buried. Or blow up.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold, hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
How do you feel about this, Sen?
I don't like how expendable we are. We can die and it doesn't matter because as soon as we reach what they need, it'll transmit immediately to them.
If you don't tell me what I need to find, then I can't help you, alright?
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac-dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could ever see.
And 8's sonic soundwave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly.
What if I take my time, explore the crater?
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy, penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets.
There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Yeah, you don't come into our lab. You come into our body and remove our organs.
I guess I better get walking then.
Ah, that is correct. You must walk upon your many penised feet. Much slower than our advanced hovering robotical frames.
The little teddy bear could always run right into the pylon perimeter on its thick, turgid feet, returning it to us quickly and directly.
There's a perimeter?
The radar fence that surrounds the Big Mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility.
The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously, by your deadened perceptions.
Why can't you go out there and shut them down?
Out there? We're not going out there. It's dangerous. We're smart, not suicidal.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore.
And neither can my feelings. I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
If there's a weapon you can give me, hand it over and I'll put it to good use.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated, you little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun, getting it warmed up. Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give it a little sonic sterilization first. Ooh. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco Termlink code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
Neither can my feelings! Sounds like I think Sen would say.
I'm not that whiny, am I?
Energy weapons 50. Energy cells have a high expenditure rate. Some extra reserve cells could offset that.
Yes, I believe Watts Electronics tended to make the battery shelf life on the low end.
They certainly did. Batteries for my vivisectors would always come up short right before climax.
I think Watts manufactured holodiscs, or was it holotapes? Never can keep those two straight. Anyway, we're out of small energy cells. Dala? You have some? Why do we... Actually, never mind. I don't even want to know. And no, I don't want to handle your batteries. Just pass them on to the lobotomite yourself.
Guns 50. This sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. Got anything that spits lead?
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
A gun? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns kill. Leave big open holes in you that are like sores, but worse.
Dr. 8 is correct. We already have given the teddy bear a lethal sonic death ray, filled with his sonic ejaculate and sterilized by my soft oohing. Giving the teddy bear a gun would be the equivalent of following a glass of hemlock with an Abraxo chaser. Delicious and redundantly deadly.
If we're going to bring the Socratic method into it, fine. Give the Loboto bear a combustion gun. Burroughs, don't you have something like that?
Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns... Wait, I
Sometimes
said
you
that
are mean
already.
or totally not. That's
Yes,
Zebo.
I have the Cyberdog gun, with the little floppy metal ears and the curious nose sensor. Here.
Fine. Done. That gun makes me uncomfortable anyway. Always worried it's going to hump my chassis. Anything else, lobotomite?
So before we move on, I just want to point out the Cyber Dog gun has a dog brain operating as its CPU. So you'll see that in a minute. But I'm going to try and fail this this gun check here. 70 out of 75. Is this gun all? Can't have enough guns, really?
No. What else can we deny you?
The sonic emitter should be sterilized and more than enough for you to encircle your warm hands around, cradling it gently with your finger muscles.
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving forward or backward.
They are irritating.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our own safety fields here in Big Mountain. When some of us lost our access passes, Dr. O.
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dala. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes. Surprised that things don't snap out of their cases with repeated observations.
So, wait, so this gun you gave me can disable force fields?
Yes. Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did. In one of his stupid labs. Or inside one of his stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force. Forever.
I could care less about all of this. Can I go?
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
Oh, I'll be sure not to tamper with anything. I promise.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might be stared at. My monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
No, that would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. That's where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus, some of its parts are already there. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
H says, let the lobotomite take the Sync Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program Butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there. With my teddy bears. And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic, combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free, has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
So, we're gonna get the bed in the sink, which we slept in last stream, and now we have come to find out that doing so allows Dala to watch us sleep.
That's very disturbing. There's no telling if he'll take more organs from us as we sleep.
Barter 25. I can trade with the Sync Intelligence, then I'll need something to activate that function, won't I?
I cannot dispute your logic. Do we have objects to activate the chip's exchange routines?
What, like stuff? Things?
Yes, things.
I don't know. Might be some old Nuka-Cola or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps lying around. It's not currency per se. Still might be enough to trick the Sync's trade routines. Mobius put that test line for caps in the code as a debug command, I think.
I don't believe that was Mobius's reason. His wild speculation concerning post-Holocaust economic systems was quite extensive and of high decibel.
Enough! Surrender these so-called bottle caps, Nuka and Sunset alike. In their role as things, they will serve as adequate test subjects.
All right, here, cap away. Hope that stupid ship chokes on them.
So, in a hilarious twist of events, the Sync Central Intelligence, which allows us to trade and barter with it, has a subroutine of bottle caps in the event of a nuclear global problem, and Dr. Mobius, who built it, was like, I think bottle caps will be the new currency of the post-apocalypse.
And he accurately predicted that.
Barter 50. This amount clearly represents a deficiency in the amount of caps needed.
Again, your logic is unassailable in its simplistic need. Oh?
Fine. It's not going to help. That ship will probably refuse them anyway, as stuck up as it is.
Still feels a little light. Might need a little more.
No. If those don't work, then you will have to sell it your nose, or some of your penises.
Intelligence 8. This chip looks like it was mass-produced. Are there other chips?
Are there other chips?
Are you echoing what he said, or are you asking for real?
He's asking, yes. Dr. Klein, there are many other personalities. If you recall, you hurled them off the Sync balcony after your argument with Mobius.
It is not an argument if one is clearly right and the other is clearly wrong. I remember now. Yes, Lobotomite. There are other chips. If you want, find them. I believe they're stored on holotapes in many of our facilities. But you should stay out of those. No exploring and discovering things. The Sync Central Intelligence should be enough for your needs.
Alright. So just plug it into the circular map thing in the Sync upstairs?
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break it. There is no more we can do to aid you, and our patience levels are depleted. Now go. Rest in the Sync if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crampagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I am surrounded by children.
There they go.
So, before we move on, I figure we'll just have a conversation with one of them, one-on-one.
If it isn't the fascinating little lobotomite, you are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
Ramatime asks, why are we letting Dala watch us while we sleep? Well, Ramatime, it's because this is going to be Banned Romance number 4.
Oh! No! Please, no! She's clearly insane, Banned!
Some would call me insane, Sen. That's not a problem when you're as powerful as me. The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue? Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's malval cavity.
Well, we've spoken enough for now.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Yes, let's get out of this room as quickly as possible.
Indeed, ramen time. It's a big bra moment.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Oh, we got like a Jarvis or whatever.
Or an Alfred.
In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile. Very good, sir. If I might suggest a table wine, the 64 Atomic Claret is a lovely little vintage.
Roman Time says, Bandit, out of all the people in this game, you chose a flat screen monitor. Well, I happen to know what Dala actually looks like.
What? What do you mean?
In the beginning intro sequence of this game, it shows some flashes of scientists in white lab coats.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
There's only one female amongst them, and she has short, dark hair, and I think palish kind of skin. And she kind of looks like Morrigan in a lot of ways.
She might look like Morrigan, but she doesn't seem to be very stable, Bandit.
Neither was Morrigan. Noodles! Ramen time! It's ramen time!
And they didn't take our stomach, I don't think, so we should be able to eat that without any problems.
Correct.
Good, good. Glad they kept the things that really matter. The brain, get that out of here. But we got a stomach? Good, excellent. What are you gonna do with the brain? Eat sauce? I don't think so.
Most rapturous good morrow on your return to your domicile, sir. I trust you shall find things in order and the riff-raff contained.
Well, now it's time to start exploring the Big MT.
Wow, so nobody knows we're here. And if we try to leave? Zap!
You will not escape the eyes of my robo scorpions or their pincers.
Oh, Dr. Mobius, please! Spare us! Oh, no, that's not a scorpion!
Do you know what this is, Sen and Zebo?
I do not!
This is a coyote spliced with a snake.
And who did this? Was it an experiment?
Every monstrosity in New Vegas that wasn't just formed by radiation, but like the actual monstrosities, were formed in the think tank.
See, and now there are lobotomites attacking us? For what purpose?
No brain attack.
Oh, watch your back. Oh.
Yes, kill, kill! This is our turf now. We will become the dominant lobotomite. Got an axe, Banner. You gotta keep your distance and shoot. What's he doing now? See, I would say he's having a brain fart, but unfortunately he is unable to experience that. Stop for a moment, that's all.
These guys are very strong.
They certainly are, but man, they don't really know how to use guns, I guess. You did have a cool mask, though. You should wear that. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. Reminds me of the Scarecrow a little bit.
You merely adopted the insanity brainless perk. I was born with it, molded by it.
Oh, it's hilarious. I'm gonna find a lizard documentary later and send to you, Ben, or a spider documentary. Oh man, see, Ben knows a lot about history. I don't know if he knows about lizards though. I am curious about these scorpions, though. We haven't seen a single one yet.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, what's that other thing? Police Cyberdog? Why would they make that? I mean, I imagine that they have more control over that one, but why do they have it attacking us? Or did Mobius send that one?
No, that's the think tank.
They just want to have fun with us. They're messing with us, aren't they?
No, these monsters, these creations of science, they just roam around.
So they made them, and instead of having them serve a purpose, they just kind of roam around.
Yep. Truly
geniuses of our time. More brains. Ugh. What do they do here? Completely quiet.
must be bloody stupid if you can't hide from me.
What was that?
I don't know, but whatever it is, we're in danger now because of it. Mr. Orderly. I suppose we're disrupting the order.
And for that,
It has a lot of health. And it is taking ours down much quicker than we are taking down its. Anyway, how was your morning, Sen and Baned? It went pretty okay. Thankfully, the work I did for Mr. Winsler before this wasn't too difficult. I wasn't completely exhausted.
And how was your morning, Baned? Oh, it was alright. I'm just a little irritated that took Zebo so long to get ready.
Oh, and my morning? Oh, it was excellent. Very good morning.
do stand still.
Why do you want to kill us? What did we do? Wait, there's more Mr. Okay, so there's just a bunch of Mr. Orderly. But that Sonic thing just immediately takes it out.
Yeah, this is the weapon we just received.
Very impressive. We should just use this from now on.
It has a bonus effect against robots.
I see. Yeah, I figured it would be something like that. Why aren't there coffins in here?
That is an excellent question, because usually dead bodies are probably just used for some other experiment.
I didn't ask Jibo? Well, that was rude. I answered it anyway, because I don't need your permission to tell you how my morning was, ramen time.
Just give me a minute to sort out my inventory because we're about to do something rather tedious.
Tedious. Alright.
Alright, so what we are about to do is the X8 test. We need to do this, I believe, 2 or 3 times. Well, we need to do the first one, then the advanced, then the Cyberdog, in order to move on to the main quest.
Alright. A bunch of, technological.
Attention, students. This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros. You may know me as the head chief first researcher of Labs Z9 and Z14. There I fought valiantly to preserve rattlesnake DNA and put it right where it belongs, in the husk of another feared predator. Oh, and the tarantula hook. Can't splice enough, I always say. Especially if you can make a magnificent cazador. Enough about me. It has come to my attention. You seemingly innocent children have been subverted by red propaganda. This is a most serious matter.
Can you spell detention? I'll tell you how I spell it. Death tension. Commie pinko traitors. Oh! Now I will send vicious cybernetic cyborg dogs through the corridors. Lead all you traitors out. They will sniff out which among you have chosen the commie path.
That's what they consider hall monitors? They just murder you if you go down the hall without a hall pass?
Sounds about right.
You stinky rat! Take a shower first and maybe we'll talk, Zebo! How dare you! You know I hate water! I refuse.
Hold your urine and wait for the... Break time.
Wait, if the Sonic thing is better against robots, shouldn't you just be using that?
It's only taking 2 shots.
Oh, I guess you're not too concerned about the ammunition for that gun?
I'm more concerned for the ammunition for the sonic emitter because that's very useful against robots.
See, okay.
Banner, there is indeed an apple on the desk. Human teachers seem to really like those. Oh, not the library!
In the library. Be quiet here and filled with...
Oh, it spoke its first words! Adorable. Yeah, we're like covered in blood now.
Yeah, I was gonna say all of that blood went directly on our face.
Good thing we're wearing a mask now. We just gotta wipe it off the goggles.
Yes, the library. Sen's favorite place. This is a interesting interpretation of a library, to say the least. The silence policy being enforced with robotic dogs and lobotomites. I don't think I would want to hang out here. Libraries are supposed to be peaceful, not a war zone.
So I'm gonna have you read the records here, Sen.
Alright. Midterm grade report. Richie, ball lover, Marcus, English, math, science, and history. All Fs, except for science, which is a double negative F. Imagine whoever's scoring the tests are making sure that, would be extra offended if they failed science. That dog said wolf in a lowercase growl. Yeah, I think that was just a growl. That looks like a Zemo report card. Yeah, if he ever took school.
No! No! Unless F is a good thing. Honestly, though, I wish I got a Z on all of my subjects. That seems like a very good score to get.
I don't think Z is considered among the letter scoring system. Zebo.
Well, it's short. It's the best letter. you friendly?
I was wondering, but then he pulled out his gun.
With everything being an F for failure? Yeah, but what about a Z for Zebo?
Yeah, they just make a new distinction for you, Zebo, because you're even worse than an F.
How dare you? I think I do pretty well at school.
Oh, no, you really wouldn't.
So Zebo, do you prefer this mask over the other one?
Which one? Oh, this one? Oh. No, I do not.
But Scarecrow doesn't wear goggles.
Well, that's true. But goggles are cool, Bandit. Goggles are very cool. I mean, think about the practicality. That blood would have gotten in our eyes. But I suppose Bane doesn't wear goggles either, does he?
Nope, goggles are lame.
Oh, whatever. Fine. If you want to be the Bane Scarecrow cosplay, that's fine. It still looks pretty good. Definitely better than a cowboy hat. I don't like the Dave Filoni look, Bandit.
But the lore.
Oh, the lore, he says. Nah. Who cares about the lore when you can have a good design?
Do you think I can walk on this force field over there?
You know, I would say no. I would say this could kill... Oh. I thought it was going to be a laser system like in Resident Evil 4.
Do you hear me, Betsy? Richie likes balls.
Did they have school on Porvip, if that's okay to ask? They did not. No, Porvip does not have anything like that at all.
Education is often overrated in human culture anyway. How much more useless would it be for Sen and Zebo?
D is for dirty commie. L is for commie, or C is for commie. The top of it was cut off a bit. B is for bomb. A is for America. Is that pretty accurate for Earth schools, Bandit?
Yeah, Earth schools are more about propaganda than they are about actual learning.
C.
Earth schools merely train you how to be someone who fits in with society rather than someone who's actually intelligent.
That seems to be contradictory to an education. Sherry O'Bannon's after-school schedule. Ballet, Tuesday and Thursday, 4:30 to 6:30. Hep Squad, Wednesday, 4:15 to 5:15. Tutoring Center volunteer, Monday, 4:15 to 6. So what, they were trying to have a school here, and they were trying to get the lobotomites to learn and do things?
No, it's actually a lot more pathetic than that.
Oh, then what is it?
Dr. Boros here created a high school to test out the cyber dogs and other things, to run an experiment on. And the reason why he created the high school was because he has personal trauma from high school, like his bully, Richie Marcus, who he gives all Fs in all of his classes.
Oh. That seems like an unhealthy way to cope. Betsy Bright's disciplinary record. Unexcused absences, 7. Disruptive behavior, 3. Smoking on school property, 11. So these are just people he knew from a long time ago, and he's like pretending they're still around, or...
He's just, pretending that he's still in school, and he's just doing, better than he actually did. So, for example, you'll hear him on the intercom. He'll be like, "Richie is pathetic and sucks." And he's like, "Did you hear me, Betsy? I said Richie is not very nice," or whatever. It's just a way to cope.
See, I guess he liked that girl, and I'm assuming that this Marcus character was in a relationship with a girl, and he didn't like that. No wonder Zeebo's so dumb and brainless.
I don't need school to think. And quite frankly, it seems you don't need a brain either, according to this game. I heard some Earth prisons have better food than Earth schools. Sounds like a skill issue, honestly. Wow. So schools are worse than prison. That's crazy. Even more reason for me not to go.
The residential test. Wasn't that shut down for some reason?
Ooh. So you took it out without it even attacking you. Impressive. But this is more fun. Oh man, it takes a lot of shots to get rid of these guys.
Failures detected.
Won't that be nice? Don't eat the visitor, boy. Don't, please. Gabe would bark and snarl and bite whenever anyone came to visit. That's why I replaced his legs with spare parts and fed him a steady diet of psycho-laced dog shit.
Gabe would bite people. He's talking about a dog, right?
Yep.
But that makes me curious. What kind of food do they even serve at school? I'm assuming you've gone there, ramen time. What kind of food do they have? It must be truly atrocious to be worse than prison. Nasty food. You gotta be more specific than that, ramen time. What do you mean by nasty? How nasty we're talking? Depends on the day, honestly. I don't buy a lot of food out of your school canteen. You don't, MK Ram? Then how do you live? Don't humans have to eat food? What do you mean you don't buy the food at the school? Don't they trap humans at school all day? How do you survive? No packed lunch? Yeah, you're telling me? You're not buying any food from the school, then you don't have a packed lunch with you. How do you get school? How do you get food into the school? Do you have to smuggle it in or something?
No, Zebo. I think they're saying that they bring their own food with them to eat.
Oh, so you smuggle it in then? Good, good. It's like what Zebo's done with movie theaters. Not only does Zebo like to smuggle in food, but he likes to smuggle himself in. Who needs a ticket if you can just sneak in?
I'd like to interrupt Zebo incriminating himself by reading this document here.
Right? We've had a small issue with one of our Y-17 trauma harnesses. Sadly, a member of the X-12 research team choked on a buffalo gourd seed and died while working late last night. For some reason, his Y-17 trauma harness will not shut down. In fact, it has begun malfunctioning and causing the late Mr. Harris to attack other employees. Do you have any prototypes you could lend us as a means to stop it? What? I'm sending over the K9000 Cyberdog gun. It should do the trick. Let me know if you have any operational questions. Another unfortunate occurrence while attempting to destroy Mr. Harris's trauma harness. The disaster control team member carrying the gun slipped and fell, dropping the weapon unarmed. The team had to flee and seal off the lab. Unfortunately, our K9000 Cyberdog gun prototype was sealed inside X-12. What, is the safety harness going to pick up the gun and use that too? Why is it attacking people? And what in the world is a safety harness?
Oh, you'll find out later. Just keep it in mind.
I don't like the implications of any of those messages.
I've got another computer here I want you to read, Sen.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and MK Ram, what kind of stuff do you pack in your lunch? I assume sauce. Every good diet needs it.
Mr. Richardson, Dr. Richardson, we've just received the latest shipment of dogs for the Cyberdog experiment process. But, well, frankly, I think our supplier screwed us. The animals must be basically feral. Every time we get close to the shipping kennels, they let out with the most horrible hissing, and, well, rattling is the only way I can describe it? Rattling? Please advise, should we open the kennels or just sell? Okay, so that's the hybrids that they made. So at Dr. Richardson's request, we opened one of those kennels from our latest shipment. The dog inside, and I use that term very loosely, appeared to be suffering from a truly horrendous case of mange. And upon being released, it immediately attacked, killed, and attempted to swallow whole Specialist Acres. Luckily, the situation has, for now at least, contained itself, as SPC Acres was a very large man, and the creature was choked to death. Does anyone know anything about this shipment? Please advise. In light of the large number of facilities due to the
fatalities.
Oh no. The large number of fatalities due to the latest shipment of experimental test subjects, the shipping department is going into lockdown. I give you my personal assurance that as soon as this plague of monsters has been dealt with, I will work overtime to get your deliveries to you in a timely and efficient manner, as I am currently the only surviving member of the shipping department. However, there may still be some delays. Until then, Dr. Kalis in X13 has the pass card for the area. Skippy, sole survivor. In our last supervisor meeting, that we discussed the possible benefits of the small shipping accident. We are considering studying the unexpected specimens' behavior by releasing them into our test area before removing them from the X8 facility. The shipping department will remain in lockdown until a decision has been reached. Dr. Adam Figgis, MD, PhD, DD, test supervisor.
What he's doing there is listing all of his doctorates.
That's a lot.
So what do you have to say about that, Sam?
I'm confused. Were those like humans that were here before they were killed and the only people left are the weird robot people?
Yep.
So they killed the last bit of humans by giving them horrible experiments that murdered everyone. Very responsible.
No, before the war, when this place was fully operational, is when these documents were written. What you're witnessing is the incompetence of these scientists.
Even when they were alive, not even just when their brains were removed.
That's right.
Oof. So they haven't really changed all that much, even though it's been a very long time.
Okay, so now I need to do the test again, but it's the advanced version, so there's going to be even worse monsters.
Attention, students. This is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boros.
Ham sandwich, yogurt, some raspberries, and then a treat, usually chocolate, lol. That doesn't sound so bad. They give you dessert? Man, I wish I had some dessert. The lunches at my school were alright. I think the worst lunch I've ever had in school was pizzas. Really? But pizza's delicious. What do you mean that's the worst one? I think the crust they used was just mushed bread, and the cheese was a bad kind of greasy. Oh. Smushed bread. Yeah, the pizzas at school were either close to being overcooked or bloody raw. Oh my goodness. That sounds terrifying. Why can't they cook the food right? Do they not care or something?
So now I have an upgrade for this disruptor blaster thing that allows me to remove force fields.
Oh, yeah, they were saying that it could do that, and then they were like, maybe, actually, no, I can't. Sorry. Well, we made it better. No thanks to your robots. Useless scientists and brains. It got off, that's terrifying. I go to school here was the skies, and the food is disgusting. It sometimes has grease, sometimes the food is good, but I'm forced to eat it. And also, funny thing, that one time I got a bad performance during school hours after the performance was over, we went back to the school and both lunches were over. And we couldn't eat lunch, so we had to spend the rest of the school day starving. And the band director had to cancel band practice because he was afraid we would pass out. Normal for school, Bandit?
So as I said, school is more about programming people to follow the laws of their country and teaching them how to be orderly in the society of which the school is being taught. It has less to do with education, and therefore it doesn't really matter, because hungry people are obedient people.
Oh! It doesn't educate, it doesn't even feed you! What kind of horrible place is that?
A prison.
Honestly, probably better be in a prison, because then they give you better food, apparently.
No chocolate pudding left in the chairs will thrill you. What are you going to do now, Richie Marcus?
The best school lunch I've ever had was chicken sandwiches. It was regular and spicy. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. It was regular. It was on the menu in the morning. Why would they get that in the morning? That's weird. I would sprint towards the cafeteria so I wouldn't have to wait in line as long. I would do the same. Spicy chicken sandwiches are delicious. I'm from on Earth, the best thing I could get out of school canteen was probably the chicken curry or curry chip. Because, yeah, some food was good. The worst thing, in my opinion, we had was a hot dogs because they wouldn't have hot dog buns. They used white rolls and then just one of the sausage in there, and that was it. Well, that sounds awful. Where's the ketchup? Where's the mustard? You're telling me they use a roll? That's not even what you're supposed to use. The best food I had was chicken. So what, they can only get the chicken right then? Chicken with rice? I assume there was a sauce for that, because that would be very dry.
Anyway, watch this.
Okay.
So you see that robot, and you see how it's kind of annoying because it's right in the middle of everything, so I can't really run around it?
Really annoying, I don't like it. That's impressive, man.
It was supposed to fall.
Oops. Fortunately for you, they programmed this robot to defy the laws of physics. Another thing I liked was a bag of spicy wedges. Yes, the bag got greasy, but the wedges were still nice. Wedges, huh? So they were like fried cheese wedges? That sounds pretty good. I've never had fried cheese before.
I think they're actually talking about potato wedges, Zebo. I don't think humans fry cheese like that.
You should have just said fries. That's what that is, isn't it? Some people fry cheese, but yes, it's potato wedges.
Oh, I did not know that. Usually humans like to fry things like meat and sometimes vegetables, but I haven't really seen people do it with cheese.
We need to get out more and try more foods.
Not really possible in our current situation, unfortunately, Zebo. Those lunches were only from recent years. For the longest time before that, I would bring a packed lunch. I would have to wake up early to do that, though, because the bus would arrive around 7 in the morning. That's pretty early.
Yeah, that means you'd have to wake up at like 5 and then make the food at 6 and then leave at 7. Don't they know people need sleep?
Again, sleep would be actually useful for learning, and that's not what school is for. You see, school is just trying to make you like an obedient dog, where you obey your overlords. You see, what does this say? What does this say, Sen?
It says sit, stay, still.
Yeah, you know, it's like a pledge of loyalty to the country.
Why would they want them to kill?
Well, in this particular example, it was the dogs. That was for training the dogs, but you get my point about human education.
At the very least, the sit and stay part is applicable.
Alright, so I've completed the test. I have the force field upgrade now. We have to go meet Gabe.
I am so excited. I can't wait.
And that'll probably be one of the last things we do here today.
Alright. Yeah, Gabe was like a dog, right? Kept biting everyone?
A dog that kept biting everyone, and Boros, his owner, decided to feed him psycho-laced dog food.
Sure, it already displayed psycho tendencies.
Yes, you see, Psycho is a chem in the Fallout universe that increases your aggression and strength.
So, the dog had a problem with aggression and strength, and the doctor thought it was a good idea to give him something that gave him more aggression and strength.
Yep, the parameters for this test are currently incomplete. Beware of dog.
Ha 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 ha. Or maybe just give it medicine that will actually fix the issue and not make it worse. Oh, why is it so big?
Let the intruder dig it up wherever you buried it.
What did they do to make it grow that size?
So, I may mess this up, but I'm going to save, and we need to try and sneak around, because I don't want to fight the dog.
Okay. Well, yeah, as long as you have a save point, you just reload it. I don't think we want to fight that thing. Yeah, sometimes during SEHE or social, personal, and health education, we could sleep during classes because we had a school teacher, and also during religion or mindfulness activities that could ease our minds. Wait, so humans have classes that let them sleep in it?
Wouldn't know, but you can also sleep in a prison. Anyway, this is what we need.
The audio sample?
We need Gabriel's bark to allow for stronger developments in the weapon that we have.
Right, because our weapon uses sonic frequencies.
That's right, so the big dog releases a loud bark, and that's a sonic frequency we can use. But Dr. Mobius isn't going to let us take this so easily.
They just immediately murder that dog.
Yep, those are the Robo-Scorpions. They're very strong, and I need to try and not let that happen.
Yes! Oh, wait, we want the dog alive? I see, so that's why you didn't want to fight, not because it was too strong.
When the dog dies, it starts a nuclear countdown.
A what? Would that start a nuclear countdown? Why did they connect the vital signs of the dog to nuclear codes?
The nuclear codes are what, the nuclear device is what powers the dog.
What in the world? Why would they do that?
I see you. Now
The dog again.
Pay attention to the text.
Halfway to destruction, measured in clicks.
5 by 5. Someone's coming in line.
4, as in forbidden. Do you hear me, think tank? It is I, Mobius, hacking your frequinosity.
Mobius. 3. As in we. As in we are in trouble. That didn't rhyme.
2, as in too late.
As in Mobius has won. I hope it's glowing up right now in your faces.
There's a nuke outside. In the world.
The eye of Mobius sees you. Ow. Stop that! You'll damage the hull. You won't escape me. You're no match for science. Feel the full power of my robo. Stop that! You'll damage the hull. Destroy.
Oh boy, they're really good at taking out that dog. Also, I don't go. How Benny? Oh, Robin time. I was trying to read your message. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's like 5, 6 of them now. Anyway, also, I don't go to school on a bus. I suffer and walk. It's peaceful. When it's hot, it's a nightmare. That sounds awful. Well, at least you should be out of school during the summer months, right? School break and all. At least I think that's how that works. Hee hee. Yeah, very funny ramen time. Wait, did you do it? They're not attacking the dog. I think we're in the clear now.
Eureka! Oh, ow! Stop that! You'll damage the hull. You're no match for...
Anyway, these are the Robo Scorpions, Zebo.
I love the colors. It's green, and then it's like this weird brown color. Either way, it's absolutely beautiful and stunning. And the blue that you shoot them with is a very nice complementary color to those other colors. Oh, reminds me of those like Lego Bionicles or something. I don't know. Some of them look like that color. I like it a lot. It's a good color. Mobius certainly has a sense of style. I'll give him that. He understands color theory. I would wake up at around 6 and also wake up a younger sibling. Get dressed at 6:15, 6:30, get breakfast and coffee, 6:45, pack lunch, get everything together by 7. Head out the door at 7:15, arrive at bus stop at 7:20, bus arrives at around 7:40 at 25. I sense a pattern and plan accordingly. You sense a pattern and plan, okay. That is nonsense. You should just wing it every morning. I don't know why you got a whole plan and you do things at specific times. Just like a lot to keep track of. You only have so much mental capacity.
No, Zebo, you're the one with that limited capacity. It's good to plan things out. That way you won't be late for the bus. It's very late for humans. It's very bad for humans to be late for the bus, Zebo. Don't you remember the Spider-Man movies where Peter was late for the bus? He had to run and try to catch it. It's not good. It's not good, especially if it's going to be hot because it's still summer. You do not want to be walking out there, as Roman Time said.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I do remember Peter Parker. He tried to run up to the bus, and even the bus driver was laughing at him that he missed it. to be late for school as well?
Well, yes. I can only imagine what kind of disciplinary actions they would take if they're already torturing their students with the horrible food. And if you miss the bus, Zebo, then you're gonna have to walk, and who knows how far the school is. Some people might not be even able to walk in time. So, it could be very, very bad.
You won't escape me.
I start band camp in 2 weeks. Oh, so it's still gonna be hot then.
Increased levels of berserkity and securitrons from the deconstruction plant.
Is hitting you. Oh. Had to take a nap real quick, you know, those dog bites are getting to you. RoboBrem MK3. Wow, there's a whole pack of dogs after you, Bandit. You better get out of here quick. You're losing health quickly. Run, run. Oh. Now your leg's gone. Unfortunate. Oh, so missing a day of school as well? That's bad? What do they do if you do that? Do they take away your food privileges? Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing, but I don't know, starving seems pretty bad, even if the alternative is eating bad food.
So as you can see, this place is quite overwhelming.
It is? They made it a big death trap, and they want us to just navigate it and do their little bidding, do their little chores for them. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous expectations. They better compensate as well for this. It'd be more than just giving us back our organs. Lovely new drum captain. Think it was a good idea to start drum practice a week before band camp even starts. Cringe. What is trauma override harness?
Oh, that's what that is? So is this the guy they were talking to? Wait a minute, what? Is that a skull, Bandit?
Yes, it is a human skeleton trapped in a suit that continues moving without their intervention.
That is a terrifying thought, not only for the victim, but those they victimize as well. Oh, and it's not dead? And now we have lobotomites. Wonderful. I love this place. They do always say to keep our attendance up high. It's also something some students I know, or some people, you can get points for your attendance as long as it doesn't fall under 90%.
That talks about, you know, the good things that can happen. What about the bad things? Also, what can you even do with points? What kind of system is this? Just keep walking and see how long that works. Yeah, just go on the edge like that. I think it'll be fine. You're about to die, Bandit. This isn't good. they got bombs up here? Who put the bombs up here? Aren't they worried about their poor pipes breaking? There's no way the lobotomites put them up here, because they're too stupid to even get on the pipe in the first place. Okay, so we have a very good explanation about the point system. Okay, I want to know what you can get. You know, maybe like a gift card or some extra food privileges or maybe extra time off of school. Oh, man, there's so many possibilities. What do we got here? MK Ram says, it determines your summer grade and also the project can determine it. And well, my head teacher does say, girls, you have no idea how many points you can get with all your points. With no explanation at all. What do you mean? You have no idea how many points you can get with your points. Well, what can you get with the points? If all the points do is give you more points, then what's the point of the points? It's so very confusing. We have no clue. English isn't working right now. What do you mean English broke at your school? Are people just grunting? Nobody is talking to each other. What is happening?
Anyway, we're going to be wrapping up the stream here. That was quite eventful, and I took a nap to heal my body, which was shot and ripped apart, and just all kinds of terrible things have been happening.
Think a little laying horizontally can't fix, right? You're completely healed, I'm assuming.
That is correct, Zebo.
Ow. So I just gotta lay down more often, and I'll feel better. Your point system has just left me in a stump, MK Ram. Nothing about school makes any sense. Just empty promises. They don't actually intend to give you anything for points, do they? It's so cruel!
Might I be of service, sir?
Exactly. Oh, MK Ram. My sympathies. That sounds like an awful system.
It reminds me a lot of some of the corporations I've worked for. They would also promise you things like, hey, if you do a good job, we'll give you something good. It might be a raise, but honestly, it'll just be something good. You know, just be a good worker, we'll give you something. Don't worry about it. And they would never follow that up with anything. You know, honestly, I feel like it's just a way for them to get you to work harder, do a better job, and not give anything back in return. It's kind of a messed up system if you think about it. And it appears that school is very similar to working for a corporation. Ugh. Why must Earth function like this?
Go ahead and read this, son.
Right? This is your heart. Apparently, corneal surgery complications required its removal. And until your brain is returned, your heart can't be trusted to keep beating in your body. Your new heart seems to be working just fine, however, because it has a mind of its own. Well, that's disturbing. Here is your spine. Without a brain stem to snap it back onto you, here it floats. Your back doesn't feel any different from the spine's removal. If anything, whatever was placed in there makes you feel stronger. So maybe we don't want to put our spine back in?
Well, it's possible, but no matter what, we need to get our brain back.
Right. Based on the other tanks in the room, you can safely assume this is where your brain would be floating. It's currently missing from both the tank and its proper place in your head. You seem to be doing just fine without it. This is where your brain would be if they didn't misplace it and flush it down some tubes.
Well, I think that's where we'll end the stream for today. I'll try and do some stuff in between this stream and the next stream just so this area is a little more complete.
Good. Oh my goodness. What a weird detour. We get abducted by a satellite, we lose all of our organs. Because of crazy scientists. And Ed is in love with the computer.
Well, it's a human brain.
Simulating a human through a computer program, I'm assuming.
No, it's just a human brain in a technological suit. It's not a computer.
Okay. Yeah, that makes it much better. Andala seems to have a very nice personality, Banned. I understand why you would like her so much.
She's just a little curious.
A little more than that. Bye, Pekka Lizard. Bye, Hatsune Miku. See y'all guys around. See you, MK Ram. Thank you for being here with the stream. Nova Queen, the worst part of school, in my opinion, is the assemblies. They're always ridiculously loud, and I tend to hear things louder than the humans at my old school, so yeah. Bye, you stinky rat. I can agree on this. Yes, Ramen Time, MK Ram, Nova Queen, thank you for being here at the stream. I am sorry, school is such a torturous experience. It sounds awful.
But no, keep doing good! Because you can get points! That will give you points! That will give you points for getting points.
You can get points that'll help you get into college, so you get points when you go start working at a job, which won't actually mean anything because nobody cares.
Oh, Bennett, you can't just say that! You can't just say that! Oh, and here I thought you liked education and all that.
I like history, but anything that you can learn in school won't be as practical as skills that you learn in a job, and that's just how things work in reality back in our star system and on Earth.
Yeah, that's very true. I think our character is having that realization right now. That, or he's just contemplating the fact that he doesn't have a brain.
Either one, really.
He's seen some stuff. Anyway, bye, bye, Robin, Time AK Ram, and Nova Queen. It's very nice being here for the stream, and we will see you in the next stream, where we'll be continuing this horrible nightmare of an experience. Goodbye!
Goodbye!